What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So guys, a lot of information has come out about how Kevin Samuels passed away. Just like many of you, we did not know. Me and Mediocre Tutorial Reviews were just on Twitter like everybody else. I mean, just because we had his phone number and things like that, we didn't have all of the information. And the reason is because we don't have, at least at that time, his family's phone number or information, just like they don't have my mama's phone number or information. Okay. And the reason for that is because many content creators want to keep their families private. It's bad enough you got people trying to dox you, dox your address, who your mama is, who your daddy is. And so we try to keep that private in our private lives because we don't want people to already, start stalking us or stalking our family or stalking our kids. We don't want that. So just like, you don't want nobody bothering your kids, this was the same thing with Kevin. He kept his life really private. The women he dealt with in his life, private. His mom, private. His best friends and family and daughter, private. So when he met with this young lady, people are trying to now say, and I'm talking about this lady, Ortencia Alcantara, that she's just some fat chick that hit the wall. In other words, Kevin was not true to his overall message. The lady that last saw him alive was an obese woman, a jump off, and she was not attractive. Let me just say this. She has on a sombrero in this photo, okay? But it is obvious that just because you have on a sombrero don't mean that you're Hispanic. Shout out to brother E. Dean Cole, all right? We talked about that last night. There are plenty of people that wear sombreros that are not Hispanic. She may look Hispanic, but that don't necessarily mean that she's completely Hispanic, okay? I believe she may be half Hispanic and something else. But that's beside the point. If you look at her photos, it is very clear that this woman is attractive, okay? Let's look. That's another picture. Look, those are other pictures, okay? This woman is beautiful. Despite what you guys may be out here saying, he's out here dealing with, women who are huge and stuff like this. Let me, this is gonna be real. That's not how Kevin rocked. All right. No disrespect to women who are whatever size they are. But you see, people are trying to just point this narrative all out in these streets. What do you see now? People are here with some other lady with the same name that looks a lot bigger than that. That's not the same lady as what I'm showing you in these photos. And even though it don't make sense, it just goes to show you what people are willing to do to demonize a man that had an opinion about the relationships of black women, really in Black America, and women in the Western world as a whole. You want to know why people are going out trying to demonize the personal, a man of the personal, his personal life? Because really, they don't have an answer for the argument. See, Kevin Samuels never went at people personally. He's dealing with a concept. But when you go out here and try to shame people and, oh, he's with the fat girl the night he died and all this, then you don't deal with the argument. And the real argument is that do women in America who are not at one level desire somebody else greater than them when they may not have as much to offer? That's the question. After we get through with this whole Kevin Samuels thing and all of that, and 3 years later, we're going to come back to the initial position. Are you worth the kind of man that you want? And why are they not choosing you? That's the question we're talking about. You see? So since we can't come up with that question, then let's say he died broke. Okay, let's say because at first it was a trans man. That's what they said, right? Kevin had a man in the bedroom. That's what it was. Okay, so now we know that it ain't a man. I know y'all would have loved that, right? So we see that the lady that he was dealing with that night was clearly attractive. Now, whatever happened, I know guys talking about foul play. We'll wait for the toxicology reports to come out. I know it's a conspiracy about that, but I'm not dealing with that right now. I'm dealing with the fact that the lady that you're talking about is actually attractive. Even though I'm not into, I like the sisters. Kevin also had an affinity for black women also. He loved beautiful women. And here's what y'all mad about. They loved him too. This is why y'all really upset. Let's just be honest here. A lot of people mad at Kevin are mad at Kevin not only for his success. I'm going to tell you why. Let's just put it out there. Women found him attractive. Even a man that was close to 60 was able to get women half his age and may not have had to spend money on him because they found him attractive. And the guys who are detractors of him, you are in your 30s, 40s, some in your 20s. And you can't do that. A man who gets a lot of love in his death that some of y'all will ever get as you're living, you're mad. Or is it that a man who was almost 60, 56, and you're half the age wouldn't even talk to you? Is that what that is? Let me just say this to you guys out there who are upset, man. Hey, life isn't fair, guys. I'm going to be real. Life ain't fair. It took me a long time to get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Could have been doing the business wrong. I don't know. I remember when I had 100,000 subscribers, Mediocre Tourism Review had only 10,000. Kevin had almost 80,000. No, I had 90. Kevin had 80. Because Kevin hit 100K before I did. Guess what? Kevin got to 1 million before I got to 200,000. Mediocre has over 300,000. The lead attorney has almost as much as me. These were guys who didn't have what I have, but they're just as bigger than me, if not bigger now. Guess what? That's life. Why are you out here hating? It's not going to change y'all's life for y'all to be out here lying like this. Like, you still not going to, like, that's the situation, for some of y'all out here. And I'm not going to go, back and forth like that. But, it's not going to change you guys' life, man. It's really not. It's not going to change y'all's life. 1 year from now, you'll still be doing the same thing. And even if I passed, I know you would talk shit about me. Let me tell you right now. If I were to die tonight, I would have done more than some of y'all in 2 or 3 lifetimes. And I would be completely okay with that. And if you talked about me, it ain't gonna change your life. They've been talking about Jesus for 2,000 years, ain't changed their life. Get a life. It's that simple. Stop all the lies. I mean, it's ridiculous. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Junkery. But for all that you do, subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first clip at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.